Hello everyone, Nix today with you for a rapid fire tutorial on Soccerverse, and this is our broad overview. Let's walk through the game and see how it looks and all the windows, all the features. Let's browse the game together. Now, let's go. So to reach the game from soccerverse.io official website, we click on play beta and now it's loading. Here we go. I'm signed off, as you can see here. I'm not signed in with my profile, my Nix profile, but I'll show you later. And this is the home page where the various leagues you can see. Here we're looking at League 1. In Soccerverse there are 15 different leagues from League 1 down to League 4. 15 leagues. Every league has 20 teams. As you can see here, in League 1 we have Paris Saint-Germain, Tottenham, Manchester City, Manchester United and Napoli, of course. 20 teams for each league. For 15 leagues, it means there is a total of 300 clubs in Soccerverse and 300 managers. One manager, one club. And here in the main page you can see the performance of the last 6 matches of each team. You can browse through the leagues and see the others with the statistics, the points, the goals difference, goals against, played, and then of course also you can have a look at the players and all the statistics of the best. For example, who scored the most in League 1 so far. Here you can see Lukaku has scored 6 goals in 6 appearances for a ratio of course one goal per match. But there are other statistics. For example, you want to see who's the man of the match more often. You just click and browse all of the statistics here. Beautiful. And then matches. Here you go, another tab. This is basically the calendar where all the fixtures of all the matches, both in the league and in the cup and the shields, because there are also other competition, not only the league, there's also the cup and the shield. Then let's proceed with the scrolling through the game. League table is where of course you see all the rankings, not only of the team. For example, here we're looking at League 2B. Let's go back to League 1, but also the players. It's basically the home that we were looking before. It's basically the home if you're not a manager, logged in as a manager, like I'll show you very soon. Then transfer market. Here you can see all the current offerings, all the current bids that are open, because in Soccerverse there is a bid system where if you want to sell a player as a manager, you have to list it in a transfer list, and then there's all a bidding system that takes place so that everyone has a chance to get this player if they want. More on this on another tutorial, so stay tuned. But here is how it looks like. You can see, for example, how much time is left for every single player that is listed in Soccerverse, the age, the contract, and of course the rating. Also the transfer history. You want to see what happened in the early past. As you can see here, Gasparini, for example, from the free bench moved to Preston for a total of 3.5 million. And then of course you can also have a look at the free bench. The free bench is very important, is where all the new players will enter Soccerverse. Now what else? Game World. Game World is like a hub for several statistics. For example, there is the best manager in here. You can see Mako is winning 7 games out of 8 total games played. So Mako has a total of 21 points, and this is the best. He's the best manager so far. Here you can keep track of the best managers. Interesting if you're a shareholder. The trophies earned. Of course, we are still in season 1, so no trophies for now, but here is where everything will be listed. The news feed as well, who got transferred where, and also interesting, the player changes rating. Here you can see where the improvement of the players are. When players improve in the real world, the rating improves, and this gets reflected into Soccerverse as well. So here is where everything is put, organized for you, so that you cannot miss it. This is very clever. Now the exchange tab in here, this is kind of a centralized visualization of the total market of the shares. If you want to buy some shares, both for club, as you can see in this inner tab in here, or for player shares, here you can have a look at what's going on, what's listed, what's available actually on the market. Now let's sort by market cap. Atalanta, the last price of a share for Atalanta was 250 SMC, and the best price was 2 SMC. And also the same is for the players in here. You can see players, nationality, rating, the best price, the last price, the total market cap, and of course the club. And you can also search for players. For instance, let's search for Mbappe. Here we go, Mbappe. And then we have the vote tab, where all the active votes are displayed. For instance, not only new managers that have been voted, but also the player agent votes. For example, here you can see club votes. Le Havre, there is 19 hours left to vote for a new manager. Let's see. If you click on view, you can actually see the voting window. As you can see, shareholders of this club are voting for Joy Cliff to be a manager, and he actually has already 2,880 votes. And the same applies for the players. Here in vote tab, the player votes inner tab, Cesare Casadei from the free bench. I know who's this guy. Let's look who wants to be player agent of Cesare Casadei. Apparently Nix, me, wants to be agent. And yes, that's it guys. Here you can see, you can search. This is very important. The search bar, you can search for clubs. For example, let's put Napoli. By the way, I'm using the default package. As you can see, clubs are NFTs, soccer players are NFTs as well, so they are all IDs. When you buy shares, these are fractionalized NFTs, so you can potentially only search, for example, 746, and it shows Napoli, because the ID 746 is Napoli, and it's only Napoli. Then you can also search for players. For instance, Ibrahimovic, Zlatan Ibrahimovic. It's abbreviated, but it's Ibrahimovic. And also users. For instance, let's look at me, Nix. Here we go. That's me, Nix. You see? Notification bell here is where you'll see all the notification once you sign. The languages, there are a lot of, not a lot of, but several languages have been added. For now, we have French, Turkish, Portuguese, English, of course, and Italian. And a cool thing is, in here, you can switch between light mode and dark mode. This is dark mode. And here we go. This is light mode. It's cool. It's cool light mode. I prefer a dark mode, but also light mode is very sunny. Okay, now let's sign in. I want to show you other things like the players and the managers and the player agents. What do they see? Let's sign in with my name. It takes a while to load because I have a lot of names. Actually, let's switch back to dark mode. I prefer. Here we go. Nix, sign in. It's signing in. Let me authenticate. Yes, sign. Okay, now things have changed a little bit because now I'm signing as a manager of Napoli. As you can see now, my home is directly the Napoli directory. You see here. And as a manager, what we can see is, of course, this visualization of the team is the same visualization that you might see if you click on another club. These are the overall information, the last fixtures of the team. There's the score, of course, the club shareholders, the major shareholders. And here is cool. This is the chat. This is the team specific chat. When you click here, you enter a special zone of the chat. In here, you see now I'm in Napoli, and if I write here, hi shareholders of Napoli, this is gonna be sent to all the shareholders of Napoli. And it's important to note that Soccerverse is a social game, so it's very, very important that you communicate with your shareholders. But of course, there is also the general lobby. If you click on lobby, in here you see lobby. Now you can write. Nobody's writing today, but you can write hi everyone, and this is to everyone that enters in the lobby. He or she can see and reply. Now, other interesting things for the Napoli, well, the team directory is the squad. In the squad, a very interesting thing is that in here you have all the information of all your squad, the complete lineup. But it's cool that you can switch from normal view, this is a soccer view, to financial view. You see now that the details that are shown are more financial, like the contract length, the wage that every player is being paid, the value of the players, the age, and the rating. While if it's normal, you can see the conditions, so it's more a game perspective rather than a financial perspective. This is very interesting. Then transfer listed, you see all the players that have been put into the transfer list. Nobody for now. And the bids that Napoli has, in this instance, Napoli has active. As you can see here, I am bidding for a free bench player, Arda Güler, for the total value of 8 million. Now tactics, here is where tactics are set. Instruction, formation, you set the situation. There's gonna be a whole dedicated video about tactics, so stay tuned. The schedule is where you can have a look at the calendar specific for every single team, not only your team but also every other team. If you want to keep a close eye to Barcelona, you go to Barcelona tab, you go to schedule, and you see all the fixtures of Barcelona, present and past. As you can see, my past ones and the future. And then this is a very important thing, is the finances. All the finances are in here. You can see here the summary, the starting balance, the total season income, the total season expenditure, as well as breakdown for the week and for the season in every categories like gate receipts, TV revenue, sponsor, merchandise. All of this is very important because if you're a manager and you don't manage well the finances, you get sacked. Shareholders are not happy, so you get fired. Be careful. The history, where all the trophies are and the managers of the different teams are, the transfers as well, and the shares, where you can see all the details for the share values and the share movement, and also the shareholders. You see here the Napoli shareholders, the orders that are in, no orders are in right now, and the order book, where you can actually put orders in. Another video on this. And then the votes. No votes are active right now. Okay, one last thing before I wrap it up that I want to show you, the players. So this was the team directory. If you go to league table, you can click on any team as you want. For instance, let's have a look at Liverpool. I click on Liverpool and you see the same directory style. Whatever you click on, whatever team, you have the same information: the schedule, the finances, the history, the tactics. For now, might be closed in the future, but for now you can actually see the tactics, etc, etc, etc. But let's have a look at the players. So now we are in Liverpool. If we go to let's look at Mohamed Salah. Click on the name of any player or search it in the search bar, but for now let's click it here, and what you can see is all the information available: the club, the position, the age. On the left pane you can see you can buy the shares by clicking in here. Actually, this is the main page selection. You can see who's the agent. So the agent of Mohamed Salah is SJZ, and all the key statistics for this particular player. For the assets, you can see the goals. Mamma mia, incredible. By the way, 8 appearances, 4 goals and 4 assists. Salah is a beast. The statistics, overall statistics, this is very interesting for investments. Now there's only one season, but the more the game develops, the more statistics available will be for every single player forever. So this is a very nice step to have a look at. The history of the player, so how it evolved in terms of rating. This is also interesting. As you can see, it started out in January 2012 with a rating of 80, and then boom, today with a rating of 96. All the transfer in Soccerverse, they'll be here, and the injury also. Every time that it gets injured, it's recorded in this tab in here. And then the shares, you can see the order book, of course, if you want to buy something, some shares of it. The orders that are already available, no open orders. You can see the trading history. For instance, Phil Harvey bought 1,000 shares of Salah the 6th of August for a price of 0.043 SMC, while now they're valued at 0.05 profit. And then the breakdown of the shareholders of Salah, percentages, numbers, pie charts. It's cool, it's so cool. Any votes if they're active, and contract information. As you can see, the agent is asking for a renewal of 3 years. And very last thing, let's have a look at the users now. We've looked at teams, we've looked at players. Let's have a look at users. Let's have a look at myself. Once again, in the league table, all the managers you see in here are clickable and are users. You can also search again in the search bar, but why not clicking it here? Easy. Next. Here we go. This is the directory that you'll see for every user in Soccerverse. The overview, it says how many SMC you have. I have 2,290 SMC all available. Some might not be available because you put orders and so are locked in the orders. For shares, for instance, players or team shares, if they're locked there, they're not available. Easy. And then the total value of my assets. You can see the career, not agent of anyone, and then this is very cool, the estimate income over the next 7 days, 0.4 24 SMC, and up to over here 21 SMC over here. And the portfolio, it's basically a compilation of all the assets that you have. You can see here I have Atletico Madrid, 20 shares of Atletico Madrid valued at 100 SMC. I have these player shares: Guler, Casadei, Nelson, Osimhen. And then the accounts. Here you can track every single user's income. Whatever comes in as a dividend from soccer team or players is gonna be here. You see here, all these dividends that comes in is because I have some shares in some team that are playing, so I get paid. Easy. And then the career, it's the statistics of every users, and the shareholders if there are some shareholder open, club and players. And that's it, guys. This was the longest video of these rapid fire tutorials of Soccerverse. Stay tuned for the next ones. Are gonna be super quick and super specialized in many different aspects of the game. Okay, ciao.